Tyagi from FIPI PDU Student Chapter. Welcome to you to the C2C Podcast. Here we are bring insights from industry professionals to help bridge the gap between campus to corporate life. Our guest for the today is Mr. Karan Patel, a proud PDU alumnus and currently working as senior analyst in Wood Mackenzie. Once again, as the host and on behalf of the FIPI PDEU, extend a warm welcome to you, sir, and to all our listeners turning in. Today's discussion will focus on developing technical expertise, leveraging digital tools, collaborating across disciplines, and cultivating the right mindset to smoothly transition from student life to the professional career in the Energy University. So let's begin, sir. So, my first question is, sir, what inspired you to pursue petroleum engineering, and how did PDU contribute to that journey?
Right. So it's quite in a unique way. I would say it was not a goal as always to choose this petroleum engineering as a career path from the beginning. But then after my 12th, while I was just going through the counseling and all, that's when I came across petroleum engineering as a career path. And when I dig deep into that, that's when I found like it's quite a unique engineering role. At that point of time, there were very few universities that were offering that as well. So at that point, regardless of like what long-term future will be in there, uh, my decision was more driven as in it's quite unique and there will be a less competition, to be honest, looking for particular job roles. And definitely when I was just looking at how people are making it in this field, which was pretty high in terms of general or average earning capacity. So those were a few of the driving factors why I choose the petroleum engineering. But then later on, it gets even more excited when I kind of started after my like second year, I would say, not in the first year, but after second year when I started getting more involved in how everything is driven, how basically the world runs on oil and gas and how everything is being explored. That's when I started getting more fascinated by energy as a whole. Not only oil and gas specific, but then energy as a whole. And that's when even apart from oil and gas, I had my kind of a bit of contribution in geothermal, in CEGE. So that's where I was involved in a couple of projects there as well during the internship and all. So yeah, all in all, energy engineering as a whole was what kind of drive or motivated me to pursue this path.
Okay, sir. So we truly appreciate you sharing that insight with us. So we'll move on to the next question. So from internships at ONGC to winning case study competitions, how important were student projects and contests in building your confidence early on?
Yes. So, what matters the most after graduating is how you present yourself to the industry. Because if you are choosing a path of research or more academic path where you need more technical prowess, that's a whole different case story. But then when you want to present yourself in the industry, your presentation skills, how you basically portray yourself. That's what matters. And the case studies, internships, all of this kinds of give you a small insight into the real world. So if I would like to say, just imagine presenting the whole technical presentation in front of high level audience where they are not really aware about the nitty gritty of the technical details that you are presenting. But then you have to subtly balance your whole presentation in a way that uh, the audience is engaged, as in how this will drive a value in terms of dollar value, as well as you are not missing out the major technical points. So that's where the technical presentations, poster presentations, competitions, all those things helps in building your confidence in a way that that prepares you that how you are going to cater to the real world people or real world stakeholders, uh, presenting the technical stuff along with showing the economical benefits. And the same exposure you get during the internships, because when you are in the internships, it's not only about the technicals that you discuss with the team around. You need to ask as in why the technical or the notebook or the textbook concepts are not being applied over here, because there is always a economical point of view, and it's not always feasible to apply all the technical concepts in your daily life. So you need to be prepared of balancing basically technical plus economical point of view while you are getting out, and that's the whole point that you can get from the presentations, fast competitions, and the internships.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts on that. So, our next question is: your GATE rank and GRE score are very impressive. How did academic excellence play a role in your early career opportunities?
I think for gate I was initially like unfortunately was not placed in the ONGC interviews while they were in the campus. So that's when I was targeting for gate, but meanwhile I was able to convert it into Schlumberger. So after that I never tried it again. But then at one point of time I was also determined to go for masters. That's when I was preparing for GRE. So if I have to say, a lot of things are mostly a quant, mathematics. That's pretty basic ones, which is pretty much covered not in engineering but even in 10th and 12th. So I would say that it's not a lot different. If I have to say that how academics is preparing me for GRE, definitely for GATE, because it's a course specific, it's a petroleum specific. So um, our coursework pretty much covers almost all of the topics, though there are few which might be missed upon, which everyone can get guidance from the online resources. But most of the materials, especially in the GATE, is being covered in the curriculum. While GRE, GMAT, and all those CAT, GRE, GMAT is a whole different aspect, and yeah, that's kind of not more relevant to petroleum engineering as a whole, or whatever the mathematics that we study. It's like a basic quant and logical reasoning. So
Okay, sir, I am actually very eager to know, like from which year you started preparing for the GATE exam.
it was in the last year itself. So I gave my gate in 2019. So uh, I'd say when I was not able to convert ONGC in I think October or November. After that, so in 2 or 3 months is when I have prepared for GATE, basically.
Okay, so is it very enough? 1 year is it very enough to prepare for the GATE? Like I am in third year right now, so if I start,
Definitely,
yes, sir.
definitely. So all you need to have is understanding of what are the subjects that you are confident on, what are the concepts that you definitely understand in depth. So you can scheme those out and prepare your plan accordingly on what are the things that you need to focus on. So when you will go through a lot of past GATE papers, you will have a general idea on what are the types of question that comes around, which will make yourself understand that which subjects you are very much comfortable with. So it may be production, reservoir, and drilling. So you need to just allocate your time accordingly. You need to practice or focus more on the subjects, which is kind of a personal weak point. And yeah, it's pretty much time management. I would say it's a strategic. You can definitely have amazing preparations being done in 3 months. It's more than enough.
Okay, so that's really insightful. Thank you, sir. Our next question is like looking back, what campus habits or skills or mindset helped you thrive when you stepped into a professional environment?
It's quite a drastic change, to be honest. Um, Definitely, like the projects, deadlines, all those things like late night works, giving your all the efforts to um, handling a lot of subjects, end time exams, uh, end semesters, and all those. Like when you have a lot of things being clubbed together, how efficiently you manage the things is basically what is more applicable in the real world as well when you are meeting the deadlines. So you have a lot of projects going on. There are a lot of works that you are doing simultaneously, personal, professional, and that's where you need to balance the things out. So if I have to say, time management was the one trait that kind of helped me even in the real world. But it's truly depend on personal to personal that how people are kind of engaged in a lot of co-curricular activities in the university. Because if it's only about curriculum, you won't be managing a lot of things, and then it won't be reflective when you go in the real world. So yeah, try to get involved in as much activities, as much things that you can. It's not about making your resume looks good, because to be honest, no one really cares what were the things that you are doing over there in the university if it's not a kind of national level things. But it's more about your personal traits, how comfortable you get in managing the things, managing multiple things together. So these are like a personal habits is what will change you and will prepare you for the real world
Okay.
rather than the things that looks good on resume.
Okay, so basically the skills, like the deadlines we are meeting in the college, that helps really in the corporate world to meet the project deadline, or basically we are being prepared for that in college.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying like try to be involved or engaged. Kind of overload yourself is like a lot of people won't agree on that. Uh, there have been a lot of debates on work-life balance, enjoying the college life, and all, which definitely is the case. You need to enjoy this 4 years, which is kind of the best time that you can get. But then I was in a sense that I need to overload myself, trying to balance everything. So if I'm able to cope up with that, I can manage a lot of things outside as well. Was my uh, line of thought at that point.
So that truly highlights the importance of the mindset of yours. So the next question is, so the during your time at the university, were there any like known core subjects or electives that unexpectedly helped you in your professional journey?
Uh, Quite frankly, I didn't even remember all the courseworks that I have attended. I think engineering drawing is the one that I liked actually. It really helped in visualizing the things. So in the operational work, when you are on the field, it really needs that visualization power, as in how the things will work, how the things will um, be done in space constraints and all. So that was one thing I can say have helped me. There was another one which I really liked was the communication skills. I think Benita Parikh was the instructor at that point of time. So yeah, that was really engaging course as well. Um, a lot of people were kind of shy. When it's a simple thing that whenever you are being asked to say a few lines about yourself, the best speaker can get fumbled. So those were the non-core subjects which kind of helped me improve a bit of my communication as well as my visualization. So yeah, I can say that.
Okay, so that's very interesting to hear. So we would like to move on to the next question. So what advice would you give to the young engineers aiming to break into global oil field services like Schlumberger?
Uh, yes. So even on my part, I'd say I got a bit lucky because Schlumberger usually targets IITs, NITs, and UPS, maybe MIT as well. But then in my case, it was like the first time they were coming for All India recruitment drive, and that too for Middle East. So the opportunity itself was a lucky part on my end. Other than that, I would say, I guess we have like maybe your seniors and my juniors are there in Baker, Halliburton, which are on par with Schlumberger, especially for the field operations. So try to get internship. It's like try to get your foot in it. Maybe by trying to get connected with a lot of people on the team. Mainly, it's a networking. Once you have your foot in, mostly through internships or projects, that's when the road to those companies become a bit easier, because you have the main thing is you have a visibility now. So that's the only way I would say. Not sure how we have the placement committee or placement regulations aligned in terms of getting those companies on board or in PDU right now. But way back before COVID, it was really difficult for us to get, especially the service companies, for the campus placements. So yeah, try to do more engagement, get more people connected, have more guest lectures from those companies, organized, get the visibility of the quality of students that PDU portrays.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, so we are working on that. We are organizing like many guest lectures on various topics. Like last time, we organized on the artificial lift system. So we are working on that. Thank you, sir, for the valuable insight. So we will move on to the next question. Sir, from interning at oil field basics to roles in well operations and data engineering, what were some critical moments that helped you to build a strong technical foundation?
So, so I would not classify myself as a very strong technical person, to be honest. Though, like basic technical aspects were what we carry on from our early days from the university itself. When you have like you definitely have a good course curriculum, excellent faculties. So when you have the concepts clear in your head, that's when you really catch up the things fast in the field. You relate to the things and the theoretical part faster when you have your concepts clear. But for me personally, I was more of a operational kind of guy, not lot into a technicals, though there have been a technical aspects definitely associated with each job or each job role that you do. But yeah, I'll not classify myself as more of a technical person, but more of a execution role or the operation roles that I have always been involved with. So that was kind of whole my career path, which was a bit opposite than what a lot of people do in the university. That's like when there is a lot of math equations to equate and all. Those were not the type of work that I was really doing. So
yes, I think many students have found this very insightful, because many of us don't like the technicalities or the technical part of the some procedure, but we are very good at the execution of that part.
But that's the thing, that we need to understand that how the things are being done, like what are the driving factors for the processes, because that really helps. I never put an effort to memorize the equation or even go through the whole derivation, because we have the softwares at our hand and all the equations being fed into. But what you need to understand is how basically you drive the value in the real world is the simple most thing, because at the end everything turns out to be associated with the dollar value. So no matter how much technical prowess you have, all you need to understand is how you can drive the value from whatever the information you have at the hand. Another thing is in the real world you won't have all the parameters at your hand. That's the hard fact. Uh, you have to do a lot of assumptions. So when you are basically switching from academia to industry, the most important thing that comes out to be is the logical reasoning part. How good you are in assuming the things, because you won't have all the facts at your hand. So there will be a lot of assumptions to be done. And yeah, basically that's where you need to know that the technical concept that you cannot have just random assumptions or out of the range assumptions that doesn't make any sense. So that's when you need to be kind of more technical.
Yes, true that. So our next question is: so, like you have worked on the stimulation wells operations and HSE standard implementations. How do you see safety and efficiency balancing in high-risk offshore environments?
Safety HSE is paramount in offshore industries. At least I cannot comment on the operations anywhere else, but at least in the Middle East where I was working, um, there was no second thought, or there was no space for second thought when it's about HSE. So they just say that if you have a second guess that the thing might go wrong, that's absolutely normal. That's it. So there is no space for probabilities when it's about risking someone's life or the risk of getting someone injured. So the HSE implementations, rules and regulations are extremely tight, I'd say, and it's like everyone has to adhere to it, no matter what, and doesn't matter what the level or hierarchy you are in. So safety and the care is definitely taken in those high risk operations. Yeah, um, cannot emphasize more on that. It's like the first question that comes out whenever any operations is about to begin is all about safety. Everyone has authority and right to stop the job, no matter how important critical the operation is. Doesn't matter who the person is. It can be the lowest person in the hierarchy. He has the full authority and right, and no questions asked. Is the policy of safety. Well, I was in the Middle East, so
Okay, so really appreciate your perspective on that. So we'll move on to the next question. So like you have worked across major firms like SLB and Wood Mackenzie. How has your transition from field operation to research analyst role shaped your professional outlook?
yeah. So I had quite a extensive experience while being in SLB for like 4.5 years, and that's when I was. So when you are in more technical area, even whether if it's a operator company or if it's a service company, you are confined to one particular product line. It can be like a cementing, drilling, stimulation, or production reservoir. So you are just confined to one particular technical line or a career path, and that's when you have limited understanding on how all the different pieces around the globe or around the world are joined together, and how a small geopolitical event in one corner of the world affects the pricing and affects the whole supply chain on the other end of the world. So after a particular time, after when I have kind of a good understanding of how the things work on the ground level, in the execution and the operation level, that's when I was thinking to switch into more of a top level view, or where it's more like a strategic and decision making type of job role, where you need to understand a lot of dynamic factors and not just the things that you have at your hand. So that's when I decided to switch, and uh, the current role is basically looking from bird's eye view, where you just have to understand how one operation is linked with another, and how everything at the end is connected with a whole energy supply and demand as a whole, whether it's oil and gas, renewables, alternative energy sources, and everything. So yeah, it was a bit challenging because while you are in operational or technical role, you are bogged down by a small nitty gritty of the precision that you need to take care of. But when you move to the roles where you need to have a wider view, you need to again start having a lot of assumptions, start looking for more broader data rather than more granular data. So yeah, that it's quite drastic. It's a whole different gamut of change, I would say, from more precision to more broader view, from technical to more corporate. Um, yeah, so it's exciting, but it was a bit challenging. Again, was lucky to get the opportunity at that point of time, which helped me to make a switch. But yeah, if anyone wants to make it was not a quick thing, definitely, and that's what I would like to bring it out to the audience hearing. You need to be prepared. You need to put in some efforts over and over months and years to align your whole profile in one particular direction, in whichever you want to make change. So it's never abrupt things that happens overnight, or that you just change your whole job profile or you just change your job location suddenly. So yeah, take the small baby steps in that particular direction, and you will have your profile aligned. You will have understanding and knowledge sufficient enough to make that switch.
That's a very powerful takeaway, sir. So give me just a second. Just a second. Sorry, sir. There was some issue. Yes. So we'll move on to the next question. So where do you see the future of petroleum engineering heading, especially with the energy transition and digitalization gaining momentum?
Yes, definitely. So uh, it's like now two different eras. When we speak about it, it's like a pre-COVID and post-COVID era. Uh, Post-COVID, what has been more valuable is to have uh, like understanding of digital tools, or I would say at least the digital technologies in terms of like data analytics, machine learning, AI is kind of a must. I would not say that you need to be expert on that, but it's like a basic necessity, just like another set of Microsoft Excel, I would say, which everyone expect you to at least understand and know how to take the advantage of. So even if it's about the best utilization that you can have for LLMs, they are expecting that you give a critical inputs that can help a software developer to design AI model, which is more specific aligned to petroleum engineering. That's where like a petroleum engineers need to be more focused on that, how you can make your work more efficient using all these tools, get familiarized with all the digital tools, all the dashboards, Power BI, Spotfire, all those data visualization tools. It's a part of digitalization, I would say. In terms of career or the future for petroleum engineer, uh, definitely it's not going anywhere, I would say. It's going to be more challenging as compared to what it was before. And with time, it's going to be same for all other branches. If it may be even for software engineers or mechanical engineers, we are hearing a lot of layoffs even for the software engineers around the globe. So the things are going to be just more and more difficult. It's like how you be more comfortable in adapting those changes is what makes a difference, rather than being clinged on one particular subject like a petroleum engineer only. I would suggest to have your horizons wider in terms of energy industry as a whole. Same concepts of petroleum engineers are being used for geothermal. Same energy economics are being used for sorry, just give me a second. Same energy economics that we study are being applicable for energy economics as a whole, policies, frameworks, and all. So energy as a whole is always going to be in demand. There is no alternative for energy, I would say. It's just that don't limit yourself to oil and gas, that is like a drilling reservoir and production. Well, definitely that should be the priority, but it should not be the only option, is what I would say. Uh, Before COVID, when there was not a lot of digitalization, uh, there was still a lot more options and the scope. But now the companies are looking for the newcomers or the new petroleum engineering students to be more proficient in digital technologies. So it's a good signal in terms of Indian context, because Chevron, VP, Shell, um, everyone is trying to open their technology hub within India, and that's where you are that's where India is getting a more opportunity, in terms of job requirement. So all those US based jobs are being shifting to India, and considering like India being more tech hub, they are trying to make India as a tech hub or a backend office for all their major operations. So it's kind of a growing opportunity for the Indian students, but it's the requirement, I'll say. I'm not sure how the curriculum has been changed over the past couple of years. Has there been inclusion of all these new technologies within the curriculum? But if not, definitely I would encourage everyone from like starting off your career, maybe from the first sem itself, try to be more involved in more computer aligned or data aligned uh, courses.
Yes.
And we have a tons of resources online as well. So yeah, as I say, just be everywhere.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that, sir. That was very relevant in today's context. So, before wrapping up, I would like to ask one final question. So, like, if you could give one sentence of advice to every petroleum student listening today, what would your message be?
Okay, that's quite hard to summarize. One line, I'm not really good at that.
Maybe you
But
elaborate a bit. No problem.
yeah, so uh, uh, this was what I got it from our director then, Anirudh Sarkar,
Yes,
and
sir.
it kind of stayed with me. So what he told me one time was, take the first bus that comes. So at that point, it was more like I didn't get it, but then basically what it meant was grab the opportunity whichever you have, because experience surpasses everything that you have. So just get yourself in the industry matters more than waiting for the right opportunity. Um, well, not saying that just go and work for something that you really are not interested for, but just trying and waiting to get the best opportunity that you think you can get would not take you to the places, rather than just get in the industry, know the industry from inside, rather than waiting for the chance. Create the opportunities for yourself. Uh, that's one thing, and then there is always a luck factor. Uh, no matter people say it's always about the efforts, definitely, but then there is something called good luck and bad luck as well.
Yes.
So don't don't take the failures a lot on yourself. Just move on. It happens.
Yes.
Yeah, I was one of the top 20 in the university at that time who was unplaced. So that's fine. The things and the bad things happen. Just forget and move on. So
Very greatly said, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us, for sharing your journey and insights we are very thankful to Mr. Karan Patel. I'm sure our listeners, especially students, are walking away with a lot of practical learning and inspiration from you, sir. Once again, thank you for turning in, sir. We are very grateful to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope uh, if I was able to motivate or at least give some words of wisdom to smaller audience as well, because I can understand mostly in the third and fourth year. That's when it's like a critical decision where you have to take either to go for the placements or to go for the masters. A lot of financial decisions are being involved, so it's really tough time for everyone. But everyone gets passed through it, so it's the best time, I would say. You will fear a lot, you will be scared a lot, but embrace that. And yeah, just take the decision, no matter if it's right or wrong, just take it. So
Yes, sir. True that, sir. Basically, time flies, and we don't have the that particular time again in the future.
exactly.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm waiting.
Sorry, sir.
I was just saying, yeah, if that was it. So just
Yes,
wishing
sir.
a great day. Yeah, great day to everyone.
It was
All
very
the
nice
best.
to talk to you, sir. Very much.
No problem.
Sir, you're not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible now.
Yeah. No, I was just wishing everyone all the best with whatever you guys do. Definitely,
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your
the next generation is definitely way smarter than what we were back then. So you will have your things figured out better than us. I'm pretty sure on that. So good luck.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Okay.